when I first started doing YouTube, my intention was to kill the race card. I wanted to delete the race card. I wanted to delete it, but it's still here. So my job is not done. Apple asked me, opinion on how WNBA is treating Caitlyn Clark. Some unknown player body checked her in today's game. Another gave Caitlyn the elbow. Still another hooked her arm. Don't they know Caitlyn's their cash cow? Now, okay, if you guys don't know what's happening, I'll be brief. Caitlyn Clark, rookie WNBA basketball player. That's the women's league, obviously. She is the all-time leading scorer in women's NCAA basketball history. All time. And just graduated and just got drafted to, the Indiana Fever, I believe. There's a lot of attention. The WNBA has skyrocketed in viewership. You're talking about 400% increase, 300%. Like, before Caitlyn Clark, just as one player, these girls were still traveling just regular. You might see a WNBA basketball player on a flight with you on Spirit or Delta or something like that. Nothing wrong with flying like that, but that's not how the men travel, obviously, because the men are going to generate more money, more viewership, and everything else. But ever since Caitlyn Clark, they've been getting chartered flights. They've been getting crazy viewership, crazy attendance. It's up, up, up. And of course, being a new girl, being a new kid, you might get bullied. And then, of course, some, not all, but some women are going to be jealous. They're going to be envious of the new girl getting attention. And if you call me a liar, you're just not being honest. Now, some think it's about racism because Caitlyn Clark is white and the league is 70% black and also LGBT bull daggers. Caitlyn Clark is white and heterosexual. She's straight. So they're saying that it's a race issue and also a gender identity issue. This is an argument I hear a lot of times from the left. They say, oh, it's because I'm this color. It's because I'm straight, I'm LGBT or whatever. But now it's kind of going the other direction. But there's been a lot of bullying. There's been a lot of hard fouls and whatnot on Caitlyn since she's come in. Now, I'm going to show something that's kind of been going on. All right, I'm going to show this here.
Clark.
Now, you see the girl right here in the blue jersey. Caitlyn Clark's right there in the red, and the girl just comes up to her and shoulder checks her. Boom, hit her on the ground. Like out of nowhere.
I mean, that's clear, which was called.
And you see, look, she's coming up to her, talking, yip-yapping, and then.
The question is, will they call it
boom.
Unnecessary? Kennedy Carter.
Now, some say this is because Caitlyn Clark is white and the majority of the players are black. That's so silly. Listen, this is sports. This is sports. I've seen this happen in the men's game, in the women's game. There's a lot of hard fouls, cheap shots, just rough stuff. And if anything, it's going to be some jealousy because of how popular Caitlyn Clark is. She comes in the game. Now, all of a sudden, people are watching. If not for Caitlyn Clark, I wouldn't even be talking about them right now at all. So a lot of these girls, they've been there for a while. We've been here playing for years and years, and now all of a sudden you're getting attention. She's not that good. I'm going to show her. It's like, it kind of reminds me of what Jordan was going through in the beginning. It's all of that kind of thing. But people just think black or white, it must be racism. But that's not true. It'd be the same way if it was the other way around. If it was a majority white league and the black guy came in dominating and then the white players are doing this, because this goes on all the time. There's always hard fouls. There's always the new kid, rookies getting treated a certain way. It's always like that. Now, I'm going to show you what else happened during the game. It's not just that one particular thing. Caitlyn Clark had been kind of going back and forth with the girls before that.
All right, let's watch this here. You get a foul from Caitlyn Clark. She hits the woman in the back of the head. Okay, turns around and talks.
Sorry for the cussing, but so you can see Caitlyn Clark is in there getting rough with the girls, right? And then she turns around and talks to the girl that had wound up knocking her down later. You see what I'm saying? So it's not just, oh, I'm standing here, I'm playing basketball, not doing anything, and I get shoulder checked. Nah, we're talking, I'm talking, you talking, and that's just what it is.
Okay, turns around and talks. She's talking back down the court. All right, cool. It's all good. Caitlyn Clark, up there, number 22, watch top of the screen, gets beat backdoor, pushes, goes out, loses her on defense, loses her woman on defense, gets beat, gives up the bucket, and then
the girl talks back because that's just what it is. It's called sports. You talked, okay, you scored on me. Caitlyn scored on the girl. Caitlyn talked. The girl scored on her. She talked. They're going back and forth. This is called sports.
And now the reaction. Now look at the reaction.
Is, will they call it?
And then that's how this kind of happens, right? That's how that happens. You didn't see the whole play before that. You just saw the play after. That's all. It's simple. It's simple. Now we talking about the NHL, the whole thing with the skate. Now, the whole thing with the skate, just because the guy was black, I mean, ask yourself this question. Has there ever been a thing like that on the ice before? And if you say no, I'm going to tell you you're wrong. Look up your history. I challenge anybody talking about the NHL guy that hit the guy with the skate in the neck, the black Knicks, whatever NHL player. Ask yourself, has that gone on before in the NHL where somebody got deleted right there on the ice? And the answer is yes. And it wasn't a black guy that did it. But it's easy to see one incident, most recent thing, highlighted by the media and just say, oh, well, it was a racial incident. I mean, look, you're playing hockey. You have on razor sharp skates. They're allowed to fight. And look, they're allowed to fist fight in hockey. They do the checking into the window. And sometimes it could be accidental. It could be on purpose. It could be whatever. But I can guarantee you that wasn't the first time someone was deleted, not just injured badly, but deleted on the ice. There was actually a case in the early 1900s where there were murder charges brought, but they were eventually dropped. Murder charge, not murder, not manslaughter, but it got dropped because somebody got deleted on the ice in the very same way. But because it wasn't a black or white thing, there's no way to sensationalize it. Therefore, you don't know about it. You understand? Okay, and then we could talk about Tanya Harding and Nancy Kerrigan. Okay, we can talk about that. If you guys don't know about that, this was, 1994? Tanya Harding had Nancy Kerrigan attacked with a lead pipe on the way out to the actual ice skating rink. Now, Tanya Harding did not do it herself. She had her husband or boyfriend and his friend do it. Okay? Like, they went to jail behind that. The husband or the boyfriend, they went to jail behind that. They actually got locked up behind that. And that was, everybody involved was white. But again, it's not a way you can sensationalize that and make it be about playing the race card. I don't like playing the race card at all. I don't care if it's black on white, white on black, whatever kind of color on whatever kind of color. I don't like playing the race card. Now, here's an example of another rookie in the WNBA getting hated on, Angel Reese. Now, Angel Reese is beautiful. Some of you guys might not like Angel Reese in the way she looks, but I think she's gorgeous. And you know how women are. Not all, but some. When you got a really pretty girl and she's getting attention and the other bull daggers on the court are not getting attention, they're not going to like that. And she's a skilled basketball player, they're not going to like that. So, as a result, she's a rookie, she's getting targeted too. But because she black and the majority of the league is black, there's no race card to play. Okay? Now, here is Angel Reese. If you guys don't know.
Let me get these shoes off. A bad can't stay too bad too long.
Now, that's Angel Reese. Now, for me, she's just fantastic. Real tall, athletic, pretty, really, 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 really pretty girl, right? And as a result of her being tall, pretty, skilled basketball player, women are going to hate, all right? Now, let me show you what happened to her. This is recently, just a couple days ago, All right, she's playing.
Man,
That's her right there with the ponytail. And then one of the bulldaggers, one of the existing bulldaggers in the WNBA, clotheslines her on her neck. Look at this.
kind of wicked right there.
So Angel Reese is under the hoop, and then to her left, she's going to get clotheslined by one of the bulldaggers.
Got to be an upgrade.
Look at the hand on the neck right there.
Look at that. I mean, she's grabbing her neck.
Nowhere near a basketball.
Yeah, and then pulls her down.
So, is there a race card to be played here? Or is it just sports, competition, hard foul, bulldagger, jealousy, envy? How is that any different than what happened to Caitlyn Clark? It's all the same. But sometimes when there's no race card to play, you can't really, you can't say, oh, it's because she white and they're black. It's dumb, man. I hate the race card when it's played. I'm really just kind of tired of it, to be totally honest. When I first started doing YouTube, my intention was to kill the race card. I wanted to delete the race card. I wanted to delete it. But it's still here. So my job is not done. My job is not done. Yeah. So yeah, it's a chokehold, a clothesline, stranglehold, looking like WWF out there. Yeah, exactly, Rex Rocker. It's basketball, not WWE. Right. So that's my thing, man. At a certain point, they're playing sports. And sometimes you got hard fouls. You got things like that go on. And yeah, Bill Lambier. Hey, shout out to Bill Lambier. One of the OG enforcers in the league, a white guy. And nobody said Bill Lambier was a racist when he was beating up Michael Jordan and people like this. He was just considered a dirty player, if anything, and an enforcer. You want to come down the lane of Bill Lambier? Okay, well, you're going to get punched right in your face. And there was other guys that would do the same thing. Your Charles Oakley and even a Charles Barkley, people like that, they would be the enforcers of the team. Dale Davis, Antonio Davis, they would do that back then in the 90s, early 2000s NBA. Nobody said it was about race.